Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Airplane of the Game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor doing a little Rakan action here. A couple of games in the afternoon just allow me a bit more freedom to dodge. I've dodged twice in the afternoon. Still hovering around Platinum 2, making our way back up. We were in Platinum 1 in promos for Diamond 5, I guess about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks at this point. So we'll get back there. We've been Platinum 1 4 or 5 times this season. Obviously, we were Diamond last season. So I picked Rakan. We kind of lacked engage to start with. And one of the games that I lost, we were ahead. Earlier today, I think I may have won one and lost one. I can't remember. And then dodged two. But one of the losses, I picked Tom Kinch. And I had we were doing great. I was like 1-0-13 or something at one point in the game. But, you know, the team just kind of goofed up and we just couldn't close it out. And the problem was we just did not have engage. We had a Talon middle, a Darius top, and like an Ivern in the jungle. And a Kog'Maw. And our Kog'Maw was like 9-1 or something. He was super fed. I hooked him up early, but top fed really hard. And the problem was we just did not have a reasonable way to start a fight. Ivern just could not hit the Qs, and they just kept sieging us down. So that's given me a lot of the reason I'm telling you that is because that's given me a lot more respect for Rakan. I already think Rakan is amazing. I think he's definitely the best competitive pick on this batch. But I think if you're good with him, he's potentially the best solo queue pick as well. Janna and Sona are right up there with him. But the one thing that he brings to the table that they don't is he can start fights. And he starts them very well. So, you know, that just makes me want to play him a lot more because he can play it defensively. He can peel, and he has pretty good shielding. But he uniquely is in a position to start a fight. So if I didn't have Rakan this game, we would not have good engage. Like, all we have is Kayn. And, you know, we would have to rely on splitting, picking, and flanking, which is okay, but if they just ball up as 5 and run it up middle, we can hold out for a while with Sigs. I mean, we had good wave clear last time. I don't remember who our mid was. Talon's okay, wave clear. But we just wouldn't have a way to get on them. So I picked Rakan early. I knew they had Twitch too, but there really are not that many counter picks for Rakan. There's like Morgana, but she can only black shield one person. Now scout these people out. Everybody has pretty good win percentages, and this Tristana overall has a really high percentage, so I'm pretty sure she's a Smurf. Although that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I've seen some really high win percentages completely fall on their face too in games. It's certainly better than a bad win percentage though, right? That's the way I always like to think of it, is like, okay, a good win percentage may not necessarily mean that you're gonna overperform, but it's certainly a better indicator of probability than having a overall bad win percentage, right? I mean, it's obvious. With a reasonable sample size, of course. Okay, good. And our composition just makes sense, too. Like, this Riven has a lot of Riven games. Riven's a very good pick in a Jax, I think. So we lose this matchup early, because Sona is just the best sort of early game harassment, unless you have all-in, and all-in champions just aren't that great right now. Which is part of what makes Sona really good. Is that things like, you can play Thresh right now. Thresh is pretty good in her, but things like Zyra are not like super hot right now because Ardent Censer is just too strong. So that makes Sona really good early. And she's pretty good late too. I mean, she's one of the best solo queue champions. She's definitely top 3, depending on your elo and who you're talking to. She's definitely up there. But Rakan, I believe we can take her out later. Once we get enough kill pressure, I can go in and kill her. The problem is her heal is just so oppressive early on. Like, just our damage is just not going to stick. She's one of the only major supports that has a really good heal early on right now. I mean, Soraka does too, but there's less counterplay to Sona. Because a lot of her W is also a shield. So it doesn't get crushed as hard by executioners. I could have taken Ignite for earlier kill pressure. But I realistically just thought that Sona was probably going to just give us the business in lane. It's going to be too hard to kill through Sona early on. So I didn't run Ignite. And Exhaust is nice insurance later in case Jax just happens to get really fed. Which could happen. So just given the fact that I think we're just not going to have enough kill power early against Sona, that's why I chose not to go Ignite. Although Ignite is what I usually prefer on Rakan. This specific matchup, I don't like it. I mean, if we were against like a Morgana or a Braum or something, I might take it, but something that doesn't have a heal.
I am not blind to any possibility.
Hey, thanks so much for the sub, I appreciate it. We're just gonna push him? Let's push him and back. I mean, they backed. He was really slow with that reaction, so they're going to get to freeze it right here. If he would have been a bit faster on that push, they could freeze it if they want to. We'll see if they do. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, I'll be greedy. I'll go for the gold. I really kind of wanted to just get the Sight Stone, but we're both pretty safe. Rakan's safe, and so is Trist. I am risking them potentially getting the dragon. Rek'Sai's not known for her super like early dragon prowess, but it's possible that they could do it. But I'm going to greed for the gold a little bit because I figured Sona would too, and she did. So. The boots will help keep me just a little bit safer. Okay, good. He went boots too, also. Yeah, I'm not going in on her. Not without vision of... Damn, I want that gold coin, but I just can't get it. We just can't. We don't know where Rek'Sai is. When I hit 6, we can maybe try to kill him, but until then, it's going to be a little rough. We don't know where Rek'Sai is. Rearrange that portrait there. She has to be bot side because we don't see her anywhere on the top side. I'm not doing it. Okay, there she is. I'm almost 6.
Something you have
to... Yeah, he didn't use his heal. See, it's just too hard to fight Sona. Yeah, the reason we can't go hard there is we have no vision of Rek'Sai. That entire top river was warded, so there's a pretty good probability that she's going to be bot side. And we just can't beat Sona 2-on-2 early. As you saw, like, she just heals too much. And Tristana just doesn't have enough power yet, because all she had was a pickaxe. So, it was a really bad fight. I probably should have just pinged him back and just not let him do it. I know he wants to, because you're thinking, oh, Rakan, we should go in, we should fight. We can't, because Sona's too strong early. You have to know matchups. You can't just fight just because you're playing an engaged champion. Now, if he would have used heal, yeah, maybe we could have fought there, but he chose not to use heal, so that's a problem.
The humans call it battle. It's just a dance. When you open your eyes, everything is limitless.
I mean, you could have forced it, but it's fine.
I am Vestaya. I am born of magic. This is my destiny.
They're ahead slightly in items, but not huge. Yeah, there's Rek'Sai. I feel like Riven's gonna get baited. Well, she might be able to take him. Dude, Rek'Sai's here. Rek'Sai's here.
Shut down. Enemy killing spree.
We can't do it unless Kane's there.
I've been kicked around since I was born. It's all right.
Okay. Alright, sure.
Double kill.
Alright.
An enemy has been slain.
So we finally saw what Rek'Sai was, and Tristana had a chance to jump in and go for it, but she's been complaining the whole time about me not being aggressive, but it's fine. It's whatever. This just goes to show you, just because someone has a good percentage, like win rate with a champion, doesn't necessarily mean that they know what they're doing. Like, maybe, but not always. A big problem with a lot of players, they know how to play when they're ahead, when it's a favorable matchup, where they can just be aggressive, but it's much harder when you're behind or when it's an unfavorable matchup. They don't know how to switch gears. They think you should always be aggressive. That's not necessarily the case. I'm gonna go ahead and grab boots. Yeah.
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
Has no clue.
Enemy rampage. An enemy has been slain. Rampage.
Yeah, not a good engage. They're under tower. We know where Rek'Sai is. Terrible engage.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, we need to get this. They're gonna... He can get that. I'm gonna... Well, they killed them all. It's good. We should have warned him earlier. I was too busy talking to Trish. I'm just gonna mute her. Well, I'll let her have the pings, but I'm gonna mute her speech. I'm just tired of it. She doesn't know how to macro. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We can still win. We are winning, I mean. But yeah, me talking with her right there, she's obviously not going to learn anything. And it's distracting me from not, like, communicating that our team was missing.
I don't need to understand the plan. I trust my own.
I'll give her solo tower gold here. So we should be able to get it.
Has destroyed a turret.
I'll just put that. That's a good place.
Get that out of there. I'm not sure if we can kill Karma actually with Ziggs. I need to play around Kane. I'm just gonna go by. I mean, I might as well put one more ward there because I'm about to get more wards.
Zaya, hey! Damn, where is she? I hate it when she leaves.
Dude, he's invisible.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been
Alright, can we beat him? Alright, we have Infinity Edge to Hurricane. Yeah, we should be able to beat him. Oh, I don't know, buddy.
Trying to live the moment.
Alright, whatever. Fine, we'll just push it. What's up? Are you switching me out?
Long ago,
Nope,
our
you saw
kind
that.
danced upon the mountains like flames.
It's fine.
Now only the embers remain.
He has destroyed a turret. Your enemy has destroyed a turret.
Dude, run! Like, run to me, run to help. Yeah, I should have not done that when Sona's right there.
There's wildness in the bees.
Alright, back it up, back it up. Jesus, that shield though. Alright, let's back it, back up.
I'm gonna show people some of the strange.
Dude, they're all gonna be there, man. Dude. I'm not gonna die for that, for real. Alright, I'm out.
Down.
Let's see what's happening now.
Daddy pulling noobs.
It's alright.
Daddy
For
pulling
humans,
noobs.
magic is
An
like
ally
fire.
has been slain.
For us, it is
Let's
war.
watch Daddy pulling noobs.
That's right.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, she's gone. Probably. Carva's really fast, honey. Nah.
One genius that ain't crazy.
Wants to see me.
Ally has been slain.
Okay.
It's just it's not that great, unfortunately. We can still win though.
Bring it on.
I just don't have enough power. I gotta let it go.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where.
Okay, I need to get some more wards in here.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Ally has been slain.
So they're gonna rotate. We can maybe kill right here.
Hello? Anybody there?
Why? This Trist is like 80% or something Trist win rate. On an account that's like 70% win rate overall.
I don't need anything.
I think I'm gonna try Athene's out. I've seen some top level Rakan's building that lately. So he has really good AP ratios on everything, so getting that extra percentage, or that extra AP, really high AP scaling is nice.
You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it.
Yeah, we should have him. 3's a bit much, but
Slain an enemy.
Magic isn't supposed to be safe. Never fall. I'm G to the D. Golden diamond, boy. Woo!
we're all spread out. We just need to try to get all the vision out of there. Woo! God, that damage. That poke damage is pretty extreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain. Myself. But you too!
Yeah, there we go.
The universe loves
I might get that Righteous Glory or something next. I don't really need it. Like, I can get into a fight, no problem. I don't know. I could also go like Zeke's. This is 7.18, so they haven't nerfed Zeke, or they haven't buffed Zeke's yet.
if you look at things the right way, it's awesome.
We don't have enough vision. Tristan is too split up. I'm gonna get this plant here so we can some vision down.
Talk about their treaties. We talk about their lies.
Ziggs is just dead weight. Like, you just really should never play Ziggs on this patch. Just never play Ziggs when Talia is a good champion. She's just far, far better than Ziggs, and she does exactly what Ziggs wants to do, which is siege, wave clear. She's better than him in every way. I knew Ziggs was probably going to be a weak link. He doesn't have a ton of experience on Ziggs. But, like, the Riven and Kayn are basically one-tricks. And I had high hopes for Trist, but Trist can still right click in a team fight later on. Yeah, just back up. I need wards. So Ziggs dying basically made it into a 4v5. Sold out Baron for an extra minute, which is not great. Yeah, I think I just might go for Zeke's here as my final item. A little bit of extra tankiness, extra modifier on Trist auto attacks. Huh. A real strong Ziggs. Well, if it gets him with us, that's fine. Oh god, seriously? Dude. That's like a huge part of Ziggs' team fight, is his ult. Woo! God, he hurts. Well, that was his ult, though. Man, I really wish we had a Water Drake or something right now. That poke plus Ziggs is pretty brutal. Can we just... Yeah, we need to just split. Just get Riven to split. What is Ziggs doing? Oh, he's just killing a ward. Yeah, Baron's basically gone. Yeah.
I will walk in. I will dance. They will pause.
Yeah, they're gonna dogpile him. He might be able to get away, like, through a wall or something. I don't know. Okay, we did get 2 towers for it, though, which is nice.
I am so
That's fine. I'll take that. I mean, I could also get Locket. They have so much poke, though. I mean, maybe Locket's better. Whatever. I'm just gonna stick with Zeke's. Triss can still right-click. Give her a ton of damage. I'm not sure to get outscaled, but... Okay, we got him. Alright, well, Kane and Riven really pulled it through for us there. Ziggs is basically just inting, and Tristana was trying. Tristana's doing alright, I guess. She wasn't that bad. She just is getting sassy because she doesn't understand how lane works, and that's fine. Yeah. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. Yeah, Rakan, great pick. I mean, even in a losing lane like that, you know, a lot of people think Rakan, you know, you have to be all in, engage, you know, completely crush people 24/7. And that's not necessarily true. He does scale pretty well because he can use Ardent Sensor. He can use anything. He can use Redemption, Ardent Sensor, Athene's, Zeke's, like Talisman. I keep forgetting the name of that engage thing. Righteous Glory. He can use all of these things to great effect. So if they nerf a lot, like, it doesn't matter which items they nerf. He's still going to be a relevant champion. I've been calling him the new Thresh for a while now, in that he's good in almost any composition and he's good with almost any items just because his kit is so strong. Because he has engage, he can also peel, he has shields, he has great mobility. So he just has a lot of different ways you can use him in team comps, kind of like Thresh, right? Like being Thresh's hook, his lantern, his flay, his ultimate, all of these things are always going to be useful. Now Thresh, they've tried their hardest to push Thresh out of the meta over the last year or so, but you'll still see him. He still can be strong. Rakan is just a lot more reliable with his engage. I'm not sure that he's like super overpowered or anything right now. I just think that he's a good solid pick. You know, it's kind of like Orianna for the longest time is like one of the most popular mid laners in pro play. Not because she's overpowered, but she's just a good safe pick that works with many compositions. And that's why, like, she's She might be the most played mid laner of all time in professional play. I would be interested to look and see. I'm not sure who else it would be if it wasn't Orianna. I feel like it kind of has to be her. And it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of like, I don't know, like each role who's always relevant. Like Riven's always relevant in solo queue, right? Because of her kit, right? She has high mobility, pretty high damage, pretty low cooldowns, and it's just like she's pretty bad when she's behind, but there's just so many ways you can get ahead with her that she's almost always going to be a good champion in solo queue. She's not even that good right now on this patch. Like they're just, the items on her just aren't really that great. Like they've nerfed Cleaver. Lethality stuff is not that great on her right now. So, you know, there are just some champions that are just going to be good no matter what. And I feel like Rakan's one of those. And that was on display here. Like we had a Tristana who really did not understand the matchup, who really wanted to go aggressive early, but you can't against Sona. As I explained before, her heal and shield is just too much early, especially if I don't take Ignite. And I didn't take it because I didn't think we had a great early game. Tristana's early game is okay. But for her to really, like, really pop and go all in, like, you have to jump forward a lot of times to jump on him to get that bomb reset. And that's just too dangerous with Rek'Sai out there. Rek'Sai has a lot of creative gank paths, and if she shows up and Tristana's already used her jump, we're going to be in big trouble. And it's going to be hard to kill him anyways in an all-in with the Sona W and the exhaust. And so we didn't have good vision early. I traded not having vision for having the better gold generation early because I knew Sona would do that and I wanted to match her. And we just didn't see Rek'Sai a lot of the game. And you just cannot go aggro if you don't know where the jungler is. That's just how it is. And that's, you know, a mistake that I've done thousands of times that I've finally come to realize, like, you just can't do it. Yeah, it looks juicy sometimes. I mean, the one time we could have fought them, just 2-on-2, and it worked out really well was when they were near our tower and we had eyes on Rek'Sai at the dragon. I engaged, did everything. Tristana didn't even hit him with a single shot. So if she would have actually jumped in on the Twitch, let me exhaust him, and then go all in on him, we could have gotten him really weak and then rotated over to help on the dragon, even if we didn't kill him. That was my plan, but she just sat there and watched me, and so instead I got kind of low, and then we rotated over, and they crushed the dragon fight anyways, because Riven was really good on that TP, and Kayn was playing very well also. So, Rakan can be very good even in losing lanes. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.